Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 news video. We do have a release date and some more timetable information for the Stuttgart to Heilbronn route, which is the new German route, and the release date is the 9th of December. So that's, Tuesday? Tuesday, I think, next Tuesday. Mark your calendars, the Frankenbahn Stuttgart to Heilbronn is coming on the 9th of December, featuring the new BR140 and Wittenberger cab car. In this article, we provide more information about the audio for the BR140 and outline the full list of layered content for the timetable relevant for the year 2000 setting. So here it is the Frankenbahn map. You can see the sort of big freight yards, busy timetable, rural fields. Because that's exciting, rural fields. Here's the route map here. So Heilbronn up the top, and then Stuttgart, down the bottom here. So quite sort of a windy route with a few, sort of straight bits, but most of it's just a windy route. 51 kilometres, which is about 30 miles, 20 stations. Cool. Right, so let's have a look. This 51 kilometre route, set in the year 2000, brings classic traction to freight services and adds another cab car to Train Sim World's German railway roster in the form of the Wittenberger Stillwagen. The pre-refurbishment Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof, trackside vineyards and military structures make for a distinct journey with unique railway infrastructure, also making appearance in flyovers, underpasses and the massive Konvestheim freight yard. Still a weird looking loco, the 140. It's just so smooth. It is, odd shape. Hauling this freight will be the new BR140, a classic locomotive built between the 1950s and 1970s. Tap changer power and single release brakes will provide a challenge for players, as will the included toggleable train faults as part of the Train Sim World 6 core feature. Then the BR140 audio. A real-world audio recording reference trip was undertaken by the audio team to implement the authentic BR140 sound into this add-on. Sounds captured reflect what was available to record during this trip. I thought they were retired, these locos, but maybe not. Unless it was some sort of heritage place. The sounds that came from the recording include the whistle, the compressor, traction blower, tap changer wheel, internal running, internal joints, internal flange rumble, brake rub, cab deactivation buzzer, CFA alarm, PZB alarm, and transformer buzz. Well, that's good. During the mixing phase, some of the external sounds we were unable to capture have been synthesized from our existing collection. Then the Wittenberger cab car compatibility. In addition to train faults and passenger announcements, the new cab car will be compatible with locomotives from previous Train Sim World add-ons. These include the BR111, the BR112, that's the one, where's the 112 come from? Hamburg-Lübeck, the BR114 from Kinzigtalbahn, the BR143, that's on loads of routes, the BR146 again on loads of routes, and the original Dovetail Games DBBR101. There's the cab car though. It does look very similar to that of the, or at least the front end, it's very similar to the DBBR 628. But then the inside, this bit's completely different. That's more like the M-Wagon. Further timetable information, more layers to be added. A comprehensive timetable outlined in our previous article focuses on the SE and RE services of the era, along with the freight services hauled by BR140 and shunting services operated by the included BR363. So these are some of the additional layers. So the BR111 Dosto services from the Ludwigsbahn, the BR425 services from the Ludwigsbahn, mixed freight services from Ristiog Nord, and shunting substitutions using the 294 loco. More layers will be available on release. ICE and IC traffic. AI ICE traffic will feature the ICE1 and ICE3 from Kassel Würzburg. The ICE1 handles most of the ICE traffic, including filling in for the few ICE2 services. The ICE3 runs Expo Express trains, one each way out of the map to Hanover. Looks like you've got the ICET there as well. The original BR101 add-on will add IC AI traffic with two playable services that run halfway along the route, as well as some shunting services in and out of Stuttgart. All ICE and IC services, apart from those playable, will run off the route at Schnellfahrstrecke to Mannheim. Frankfurt Fielder brings some additional AI for the ICET at Stuttgart, focusing on the trains that ran to Switzerland via Singen. Then Auto and Nachtzug trains, whatever that is. The BR110 from Bremen, obviously a car train. The BR110 from Bremen-Oldenburg, Linke Rheinstrecke coaches, LERS and 363 make up an interesting layer representing the Auto and Nachtzug or car and night trains. These are long-distance sleeper trains that travel through the night with coaches and car carriers. Back in the year 2000, Kurt Westheim had 2 platforms specifically for handling these services. They are a mix of short passenger runs and a bunch of little shunting services for the 363 at both Kornwestheim and Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. The platforms are loading ramp at Kornwestheim are still there today, but no longer used. Then other services, the BR218 will add services that pull some coaches from Linke Rheinstrecke on an IRE train to and from Erfurt, fully playable between Stuttgart and Heilbronn. The BR628 from Heilbronn runs mostly AI services at Heilbronn, but also represents a withdrawn service that ran to Stuttgart Fürbach. Very short playable service that runs only in rush hour. Cool. Semmeringbahn adds the OBB trains. And ONE shipping containers will no longer appear. S-Bahn services, let's see, so the BR420, when that finally releases, that will be on here. Let's see. Oh, and the BR423 from Frankfurt S-Bahn will occupy these services until the 420 comes out. A couple of issues already, which are known for release. Some players may notice the M-Wagon cab car appears in the train selection screen instead of the Wittenberger cab car. Okay, cool. And then the preview stream is tomorrow. The route will cost £29.99, and it is going to be Xbox Series S and X, PlayStation 5 and PC, so it's not going to be on PS4 or Xbox One. Well, there we go. That is Stuttgart to Heilbronn coming out on Tuesday. That's the 9th, I believe. Yeah, it must be the 9th. Yeah, apart from that, do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Are you looking forward to the route? Obviously, having that back day to 2000s, so I sort of felt like, for Germany, I felt like that sort of modern day. Like, has much changed on the German network in 25 years? I mean, the ICE3, ICE1... I mean, all the trains are red still. If it was UK 25 years ago, there'd be massive changes with slam doors and stuff like that. But it's Germany. Has much changed? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Links usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye, guys.